Professor Esila, the Director of the Operations Management Academy, and I'm here to introduce our new video series on value stream mapping. Right? We want to walk you through what is value stream mapping and the process itself, how to create the current state map, the future state map, and how to calculate all the indicators and help your organization improve processes. So make sure that you stay tuned, and I will talk to you later about that. Welcome to our series on value stream map, and today we'll learn how to read a value stream map. So now the first thing that you notice when you see a value stream map is it will always have the company under study, and the company under study here is Jensen Bearing. So you can see it right here, Jensen Bearing Incorporated. This case is actually from Krajewski and Malhotra's operations management textbook, right? So the company here receives 200 steel sheet every Monday. So where do you get that information? On the map right here, right? 200 steel sheet, and it says every Monday you have it that here from the truck that you received. It says one per week, right? One truck per week every Monday. And the next thing that we are learning from the map here is that the company uses them to make two sizes of retainers, right, for ball bearings. So the sizes that they make are the large size L, and then the small size S, you can see here, and they are shipped into trays that can hold up to 40 each. That information is also here, right? And they have one shift per day. You can also see that information here. So every time you have a value stream map, you will see to the right the customer. This is your customer here, and to the left your supplier. We use the same symbol for the customer and then the supplier, except that the customer goes to the right and then the supplier goes to the left, and we put the name here. So the customer here is GNK Enterprises, and then the supplier here is Klein Steel Corporation. So in this case, the product family consists of small and large retainer. If you recall from our video on the value stream mapping process itself, we said that you have to choose the product family before you go and take a walk to collect the data. So the product family here consists of a large retainer and small retainer, right? So the next thing that we can see here is the company process here. So Jensen process has 3 steps. The pressing is the first step here, and then it goes to the piercings and form step, the second step, and then the third step here is finish grind, and then the product goes to the staging area here before it is shipped to the customer. And they have one shipping truck every day. They ship one truck every day. That information is also on this map. So that's it. The steel comes in as a raw material, right? The steel comes in as a raw material, and then the retainer right here that goes out, and then the customer here will use them in their cars. So now let's delve into some details here. All right. So the next thing that you're going to see on your value stream map is this sign here, right? You see the warning sign here with I as in inventory in the middle. So this icon is for inventory. So when they receive the 200 till sheet here, right? It is inventory and it will stay for 5 days. They work 5 days a week, right? So it is an equivalent of 5 days, and that information goes here, right, on what we call our time ladder. So the time ladder is this side of your value stream. So you can see that it looks like a ladder, right? You can see here. So our lead time goes on top, and then our cycle time goes at the bottom here. So the first press, right, between the press and the piecing here, the two step here, we also have inventory here in the middle, right? You have inventory here, both for the large and for the small. This inventory between two step, it is called the WIP, work in process. So you also have the same thing here, work in process here, and you also have work in process here, both for large and small, large and small. Right. And then another thing that we can talk about here is the what we call the data box. So you have each process, like pressing here has its data box. So on the data box, this is your data box here, right? So each process, this one will also have its data box, and this process right here will also have its data box. So the cycle time here is 12 seconds. We report that information here. The cycle time here is 34 seconds. We report that here. The cycle time here is 35 seconds. We report that here. And then the sum of the cycle time, the bottom part of the ladder here, is 81 seconds. The sum of 12 plus 34 plus 35 is 81 seconds, which is the total processing time. And on top here, where we have the lead time for the raw material and then the lead time for the inventory that you have here, both the large and small, the equivalent here of that lead time, it will stay for, you can stand for 3.5 days. The same thing here. We will learn how to calculate all those indicator, which is actually here. You sum these two, the small and the large, and you divide by the daily consumption. We'll talk about that in our next video. So it goes here, and also here we divide by the daily consumption, the daily shipment, and then we get 2.3 days, and we sum them up. 5 plus 3.5 plus 5.2 plus 2.3, that gives you a total of 16 days. So that's the production lead time, which is the total of all these lead time on top of the ladder here. Another thing that we want to talking about the value stream map is going to be this part on top here. So everything you see this type of arrows, it means that the information goes electronically. It could be a fax, it could be an email. So this information here, it goes electronically. That's why you see it here. So you have the company production control, right? That sends information to the supplier, right? A 4 weeks forecast, it goes electronically. The weekly details goes by fax, and then what they receive from the customer, also the daily order also comes electronically, right? And the forecast that they send to the company, the customer sent to the company, also comes electronically. So when you see this, it means that the information flow is electronically. But when you see this one, those straight arrows here, it means that this information comes manually. Somebody print out a sheet of paper that has the information and come give them to the people on the floor here in at this step, the press, the piecing, and the last one here, as well as the daily ship schedule that comes to the staging area here. So now also let's talk a little bit about the zone. So this part of your value stream map is going to be what we call the information flow zone, right? Information flow zone. And then this part here is going to be your process zone, right? And then that one is going to be your data box zone. And as I told you before, this part right here, right, is what we call the time ladder. So the time ladder, and then the data box zone, and the process zone, and the information flow zone. We do a video about the current state map zones, the 4 zones that we have here. So that's all I have for you today. In our next video, we'll talk about the value stream map zone, right, in details, and the symbols, right? And another video we'll talk about the value stream mapping key performance indicator. How do you calculate them? How do you know the capacity of the value stream? How do you know the takt time? All these we're going to have an example and a solve problem that we will solve. So subscribe for the latest updates. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.